Subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss another update from India Forums.
Somebody like a Gauhar Khan, somebody like a Shruti Hassan, Mithun Chakravarti. It's like the East meeting the West and the South meeting the North. If I do a certain slight difference in one take and the other take is a little different, he would, after the take come and tell me, तुमने ये नहीं किया था पहले, तुमने ये अभी किया. So I would be like, so sorry. It just happened in the moment. Right now, we're sitting at our home and watching shows which are made in Korea, which are made in Spain, Germany, everywhere. Like we're watching the world-class level shows on our screens in India. So I'm sure the Indian content will also be received globally.
Tapping her digital debut with one of the most talked about series right now, Bestseller, we have today Sonalee Kulkarni. A very warm welcome to India Forums. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, Sanchita. Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing very well. Thanks a lot. How are you?
I'm doing good as well. Probably better now that I'm talking to you.
Pleasure.
All right. First of all, I would like to know how was your experience working on the series. I read one of your quotes where you mentioned, there's obviously difference because movie and then series, the basics remain the same, but there are a lot of changes that happen. How was your experience? And, what was your takeaway from the journey that you've had with the show?
The experience is definitely memorable one. I really enjoyed working on this show, working with the people especially. The director Mukul Abhyankar, Siddharth Malhotra, our producer, the entire ensemble cast from Mithun Chakravarti, legendary Mithun Chakravarti, to Shruti Hassan, Satyajit, Gauhar, Arjun, Viraf. The whole team, the entire team actually, not just the cast, but the crew was also very, very supporting, very, very fun. Every day of the shoot was like, I used to really look forward to go back to shoot because the team was fabulous. And the fact that we shot this original series in various locations, not just one particular city in Mumbai, but we shot in various locations, showcasing Varanasi to McLeodganj. I think it was in Himachal Pradesh somewhere. Mithunda shot there, from Rajasthan, and then to come to Bombay. I think so many different locales. You saw the trailer. It looks huge. It looks grand. And I think the credit goes to the entire team because remember, while we were shooting on all these locations, we were also going through the pandemic. So doing this was very, very challenging, but kudos to the team. We all did a great job, I feel.
Sure did. I have to say, when I watched the trailer, I did not know what is coming and what's gonna happen, and I was mighty impressed with it for all the right reasons. I have read other stories that have been put up, and people are calling it the thriller that we've been waiting for because thrillers are the thing right now. What is the kind of response you have received for your character and for the show at large, and what is the first-hand response that people have been telling you?
I think people have really, the comments and the feedback that I've gotten is very positive. The fact that to be a part of this show in itself is one of the key responses that I have gotten, because we still feel that somewhere down the line we still kind of lack in representing edge of the seat thrillers still. But I think this is the kind of show that is going to break all the stereotypes and break all the opinion that people had of OTT platform shows that we've been producing. This is in itself, I think, a kind of show where obviously you're going to be on the edge of the seat. But when you finish watching the show, when you unfold the mystery and the suspense of the show, you will feel a sense of gratification as an audience. And I think that is the most important part of thrillers, that you will feel gratified, you will feel justified, and that is where I think the show is going to win over. And we are getting, I think, the slice of it in the trailer. Everyone's feeling it, that it's going to be the right kind of thriller that we're all waiting for. And for me as an actor to be a part of this show is really I would say a kind of ideal debut on the OTT platform. And I think I've never played a cop, so I've been very excited to be playing Urmila Ranade, and people have seen a little bit of glimpses of her in the trailer. My fans are waiting to watch more of Urmila on the show, and I think they're not going to be disappointed as well.
Definitely not. That actually also answers my next question about, why would the show stand out? Moving on, in my interview with Satyajit, he mentioned this is like, because the fact that this is not just a thriller, but it is a psychological thriller, which means that it's going to have layers to it, which means that there's a lot of emotions involved. Was
Yes.
the process of, shooting for the show or getting into the skin of the character um, at any point overwhelming for you, if I may ask? And if it was, what was the process of dealing with it for you as an actor?
Um, for while playing Urmila, I did have a little bit of a overwhelming experience because my journey in this show is particularly parallel to Lokesh Pramanik, which is played by the legendary Mithun sir, and the journey is. It's very subtle. You will not see them doing a lot of dialogue in between them, but while solving the case, there is this particular relationship that they develop from just being a senior and a junior. He's somebody who's on the verge of retiring. This is perhaps his last case. I'm Urmila Ranade. She's heading the cybercrime department, and she's a very honest cop. You've not seen a real cop like her in shows before this. Usually, we have this very typical way of presenting cops. The universe is very show the different universes that we've seen where we've seen cops. They've shown in a particular manner, but she's very realistic, very subtle. Somebody will just come across in our real lives, and she's somebody who doesn't speak a lot, so she doesn't have a lot of dialogues or one-liners. But there's a lot of subtle nuances that she shares, subtle glances that she shares while observing the case with Lokesh Pramanik, and the journey is eventually does obviously gets a little emotional and overwhelming, and that's where I think I had my moments of emotion and overwhelmed feelings coming together. But I wouldn't say it went beyond control, because eventually we are all actors, especially me and Mithunda. We are very spontaneous actors. I kind of enjoy coming in and out of switching in and out of the character in real life. So I did not have a tough time controlling the overwhelming feelings. But yes, you will see a nice emotional journey between her and Lokesh Pramanik.
Right. Moving on to, the show does have an ensemble cast with some of the finest actors that there are. How was your experience working with everybody, especially Mithun sir? You already sound excited at the very mention of him, so I'm sure it was
Yes.
lovely. But if you can probably give us a little bit more insight into what was the experience working with everybody and Mithun sir in particular, and if if this process turned out to be lessons in acting in any way for you and the team.
I will start with the end part. Yes, I had my lessons in acting from the great Mithun Chakravarti, multiple awards winner. He's won national awards, and we all know what he's done in his career. He's such an inspiration and such an institution in himself. I definitely got to learn a lot from him. I can actually go on and on about Mithun sir, because he's so professional. He's so punctual. He knows his lines. He knows the craft. He knows the journey. He knows the story. He knows all the characters. Every take that he gives is, uh, he's so particular about everything, even the glances. So as an actor, if I do a certain slight difference in one take and the other take is a little different, he would, after the take, come and tell me, "तुमने ये नहीं किया था पहले, तुमने ये अभी किया." So I would be like, so sorry, it just happened in the moment. And he's like, no, I liked it, I enjoyed it, do it in the next take also. So he's a person of details. He would observe every little glance that you would give and react like that. So when you're working with an actor like him, you have to be on your toes all the time. You cannot slip even for a moment. So being on the edge when you're performing with him, but also very comfortable, because he does so many in between glances and reactions that you as an actor don't have to think about your particular performance, because while just looking at him, you are reacting in your own self. So the action reaction is so genuine, so natural, so unheard or not thought of. When you're especially doing a method, following a method acting, you know that you're not going to go this way, you're going to do a little bit of that. These are your gestures, this is your body language. you're going to do it, a particular way. But when you're working with a spontaneous actor like him, there are some things beyond your calculations that you do, and they work out better. So it's a pleasure to work with him because we hardly did any rehearsals. I think we developed an unseen chemistry off screen, which helped us portray our characters on screen as well. So thanks to him, I really learned a lot. And I think people are going to love that chemistry a lot because it is so natural. There's a fun banter between them. There's a kind of discomfort, and then coming to a note where he feels like fatherly, she becomes a fatherly figure to her. So there's this father-daughter unsaid relationship, and professionally they work as a great team. So you're going to really enjoy this beautiful graph. And I, as an actor, loved. Apart from Mithunda, I think Gauhar is a brilliant actress. Although we did not have a lot of scenes together, but I saw some of her scenes. She's brilliant. Shruti has done a great job. We've never seen her do something like this on screen. Satyajit. I think also Arjun is going to be a huge surprise for the viewers as well. So kudos to the cast.
Right. Also, I since this is your OTT debut, also, this show in particular, it has people from all walks of entertainment, if I could say it, because it's a beautiful amalgamation at that, if I were to add. So what I want to understand from you is, as an actor, what do you feel about it? And how do you think the OTT space has done so much good for the art that filmmaking is? And what are your thoughts about it?
I think yes, OTT space has kind of done justice to the new age writers, directors, actors, technicians, because you get so much to experiment here. And at the same time, I think somewhere down the line, even the audience is now so accepting to these experimentations. They are actually looking forward to what new is coming in terms of content and in terms of, I would say, combinations. Like in this film, in this show, like you said, the amalgamation of actors is beautiful. Like somebody like a Gauhar Khan, somebody like a Shruti Hassan, Mithun Chakravarti. It's like the East meeting the West and the South meeting the North. It's a beautiful, I think, marriage of team coming together, and everyone brings in their best. So when you have so many people trying to do something so earnestly and sincerely, you can't really go wrong with the showcasing. And I think Amazon Prime Video is going to do full justice, bringing it to, I think, more than 140 countries at the same time. So people, not just in India, not just Indians, I would say everyone, Marathi fans, South Indian cinema fans, Bengali cinema fans, television fans, everyone is going to be gratified at the end of the day. And coming back to OTT doing justice to everyone, I think this is a space where we all can, as actors coming from any kind of background, come and experiment with their craft, and at the same time also gratifies you, because you have an audience at the end of the day. You know that there is someone who's going to watch the show and come back to you and appreciate it. So it's not like films that are releasing in theaters, but you don't know who's going to come and watch it. But shows have some audience, some pocket somewhere down the line in the whole world, because right now we're sitting at our home and watching shows which are made in Korea, which are made in Spain, Germany, everywhere. Like, we're watching the world-class level shows on our screens in India. So I'm sure the Indian content will also be received globally, because I think we are now creating such kind of content which is at par with the world-class level.
Of course. With that, what would you say to everyone who's been waiting for the show, and everyone who you would like to watch the show, and to all your fans, on the parting note?
On the parting note, I would just say that I know that you've loved the trailer, because we've received an immense response. But like they all say, this is just the trailer. Picture abhi baki hai. You're going to love the entire show. Make sure you have your water bottles and chargers ready, because you have to binge watch the show. The moment you start watching the show, you will not stop till the end of it. So bet you 18th February it is going to be a binge watch day for you. Enjoy it. And one more thing, start predicting, but I'm sure you're not going to reach the actual suspense or the mystery. So Good luck and enjoy the watch.
All right. Thank you so much. It was really lovely talking to you. Really looking forward to the show and all the very best for the same.
Thank you, Sanchita. Have a nice day.
You too.
Hey guys, check out our revamped website at www.indiaforums.com to get your daily dose of entertainment.